Welcome, brave souls, to the abyss of horror. Tonight we unravel the sinister tales behind the world's most haunted items. These objects, steeped in darkness and misery, have left a trail of fear and despair. I must ask you, have you ever wondered what horrors could be tied to seemingly ordinary items? Gather round, for we begin our descent with the tragic and eerie tale of Anna Baker's haunted wedding dress. In the quiet town of Altoona, Pennsylvania, nestled within the Baker mansion lies an object of sorrow and longing, a wedding dress preserved behind a glass case. This dress, once intended to adorn a blushing bride, now stands as a testament to heartbreak and unfulfilled dreams. It belonged to Anna Baker, a young woman who lived in the 19th century, and her tragic story is one that has seeped into the fabric of this delicate garment. Anna Baker was the daughter of Elias Baker, a wealthy ironmaster. The Bakers lived a life of luxury, their grand mansion filled with opulence and splendor. Yet, despite the wealth, the Baker family was fraught with strictness and control, primarily enforced by Elias himself. Anna, a spirited and loving young woman, found herself suffocated by her father's iron grip. In her youth, Anna fell deeply in love with a young steelworker who worked for her father. Their love blossomed in secret, as Anna knew her father would never approve of a match with someone of a lower social standing. The young lovers planned to elope and marry in secret, and Anna even procured a beautiful wedding dress, a symbol of their hopeful future together. However, Elias Baker discovered their plans. Furious, he forbade the union and dismissed the young man from his employment, ensuring that he could never see Anna again. Heartbroken and despondent, Anna refused to marry anyone else, choosing to live her life in solitude. The wedding dress, never worn, was packed away, a haunting reminder of what could have been. As the years passed, Anna's sorrow turned into bitterness. She lived out her days in the Baker mansion, growing old and frail, with only the memories of her lost love to keep her company. She died in the same house, her spirit never at rest. After her death, the wedding dress was discovered in the attic, still pristine and untouched. It was put on display in the mansion as a historical piece. But soon, visitors and caretakers began to notice strange occurrences surrounding the dress. On certain nights, especially the anniversary of Anna's would-be wedding, the dress seemed to move on its own. Some claimed to see it sway gently, as if an invisible bride was twirling in joy. Others heard soft weeping emanating from the display room, echoing through the empty halls. The most chilling accounts came from those who spent the night in the mansion. They spoke of a ghostly figure, dressed in white, wandering the corridors, her face hidden behind a veil of sorrow. This spectral bride would appear at the foot of their beds, her presence a cold and mournful reminder of her eternal longing. One particular story stands out. A historian curious about the legends decided to spend a night in the mansion, determined to uncover the truth. Armed with recording equipment and cameras, he settled in the room adjacent to the wedding dress. As midnight approached, the atmosphere grew heavy, an oppressive weight bearing down upon him. The air turned icy, and the faint sound of footsteps echoed in the hallway. He described a feeling of dread washing over him as he saw the dress begin to sway, the motion slow and deliberate. His camera captured the eerie movement, but the true horror was yet to come. A figure materialized before him, a woman in a wedding dress, her face pale and eyes hollow. She reached out towards him, her fingers cold as death, and whispered in a voice filled with sorrow, "Where is he?" The historian fled the mansion, his hair turned white from the fright. His recordings, though clear, did nothing to dispel the fear that had taken root in his heart. To this day, Anna Baker's wedding dress remains in the Baker mansion, a haunting relic of a love lost and a life unfulfilled. Next, we journey to the depths of Kentucky, where another cursed object resides, a chest of dark history and malevolent intent. Known as the Conjured chest, this seemingly innocuous piece of furniture has brought death and despair to those who dared possess it. The chest, now housed in the Kentucky Historical Society, is sealed shut, its dark secrets confined within. The story of the Conjured chest begins in the 1830s with a man named Jacob Cooley. Cooley was a cruel plantation owner known for his harsh treatment of slaves. He ordered a young slave named Hosea to construct a chest for his unborn child. Hosea, skilled in woodworking, crafted a beautiful chest, hoping to gain favor with his master. But Cooley, in a fit of rage, deemed the chest unworthy and beat Hosea to death. The other slaves, enraged by the senseless murder, decided to take revenge. They enlisted the help of a conjure woman, a practitioner of dark magic. She placed a curse upon the chest, ensuring that anyone who owned it would suffer grave misfortune. Thus, the chest became a vessel of dark energy, a conduit for malevolent forces. The curse took effect immediately. Cooley's son, the intended recipient of the chest, died under mysterious circumstances as an infant. The chest was passed down through generations, each owner meeting a tragic end. Deaths from unexplained illnesses, violent accidents, and suicides were all attributed to the cursed chest. It seemed that no matter who possessed it, the chest brought only sorrow and pain. In one particularly gruesome instance, a woman named Virginia Carey inherited the chest from her grandmother. Unaware of its dark history, she placed it in her home. Almost immediately, strange occurrences began to plague her family. Objects moved on their own. Eerie whispers filled the night, and a sense of dread pervaded the house. Her family members fell ill, one after another, succumbing to strange and incurable diseases. Desperate to rid herself of the cursed object, Virginia sought the help of a local historian, who advised her to perform a ritual to cleanse the chest. Despite her efforts, the malevolent force within the chest remained, its hunger for misery insatiable. Virginia decided to donate the chest to the Kentucky Historical Society, hoping to contain its dark influence. The chest now sits in a sealed case, its ominous presence still palpable. Visitors to the museum have reported feelings of unease and nausea when near the chest. Some claim to see shadowy figures lurking around it, their eyes glowing with an unearthly light. The museum staff, wary of its dark history, avoid the room where it is kept, fearing the curse that lies dormant within. Despite its confinement, the Conjured chest legend continues to grow. Researchers and paranormal enthusiasts are drawn to its dark allure, eager to uncover its secrets. But the chest remains silent, its curse waiting for the next unsuspecting soul to release its malevolence. Now brace yourselves as we explore the terrifying history of the Hands Resist Him painting. Our final tale takes us to the unnerving world of art, where a painting known as The Hands Resist Him has left a trail of fear and mystery. Created by artist Bill Stoneham in 1972, the painting depicts a young boy and a lifelike doll standing before a glass door, through which ghostly hands reach out. This unsettling image has captivated and horrified those who gaze upon it, earning its reputation as one of the most haunted paintings in existence. Stoneham painted The Hands Resist Him based on a childhood photograph of himself, coupled with a dreamlike, surreal vision. The painting was first displayed at a Los Angeles gallery, where it caught the eye of art critic Henry Seldes and actor John Marley. Both men, along with the gallery owner, died within a year of coming into contact with the painting, marking the beginning of its dark legacy. The painting disappeared for some time, only to resurface on eBay in 2000. The seller described the painting as cursed, detailing how the figures in the painting would move at night, disappearing from the canvas and reappearing in different positions. The seller's young daughter claimed to have seen the boy and the doll emerge from the painting, entering her room and causing her nightmares. Accompanying the listing were photographs that allegedly captured these eerie movements, showing the doll holding a gun, threatening the boy. The story, combined with the unsettling imagery, drew significant attention, and the painting sold for a high price. The new owner, aware of its haunted reputation, decided to investigate its dark history. Paranormal researchers and psychics who examined the painting reported feelings of nausea, dread, and an overwhelming sense of sorrow. Some claimed to see the hands within the painting move, their ghostly fingers pressing against the glass. Others heard faint whispers and cries emanating from the canvas, as if the trapped spirits were calling for help. One psychic, in particular, spoke of a dark entity attached to the painting, a malevolent spirit that fed on the fear and misery of those who gazed upon it. She warned the new owner to keep the painting in a confined space, away from anyone who might be vulnerable to its influence. Despite these warnings, the painting continued to draw curious onlookers, each experiencing the unsettling aura it exuded. A collector named Kim Smith acquired the painting, determined to unlock its secrets. She hung it in a private gallery, documenting the strange occurrences that followed. Visitors reported feelings of unease and dizziness, with some fainting upon viewing the painting. Smith herself began to experience vivid nightmares, in which the boy and the doll stared at her with hollow eyes, their hands reaching out as if to drag her into their world. Determined to rid herself of the painting's curse, Smith consulted various experts in paranormal and occult studies. They advised her to perform a cleansing ritual, hoping to sever the dark ties that bound the spirits to the painting. Despite their efforts, the painting's malevolent energy remained, an indelible mark on its canvas. Smith eventually decided to donate the painting to a paranormal museum, where it remains to this day. The museum, known for its collection of haunted and cursed objects, keeps the painting in a specially sealed room, away from prying eyes. Visitors are warned of its dark history and advised not to linger too long in its presence. The legend of the hands resist him painting continues to grow, captivating and terrifying those who dare to learn its story. The painting's eerie imagery and dark history serve as a haunting reminder of the thin veil between our world and the supernatural. As our journey through these haunted items comes to an end, I leave you with an eerie question. What would you do if you found yourself in possession of one of these cursed objects? Would you dare to keep it? Or would you seek to rid yourself of its malevolent influence? Remember to like and subscribe to the Abyss of Horror, and join us again as we explore the darkest corners of the unknown. Until next time, sleep well, if you can.